In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on July 3, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Houston Astros versus Toronto Blue Jays. The American League action heats up with a prolonged 4-game series as the Houston Astros face off against the Toronto Blue Jays. The Astros kicked off the series with a victory on Monday, triumphing 3-1, and the second game unfolded on Tuesday night. Houston enters this game riding a wave of momentum, having recently secured a series win against the Mets, whereas the Blue Jays stumbled in their series against the Yankees. Toronto has struggled to defend their home turf, hosting a losing record of just 20-22 at Rogers Center. On the mound, Blanco, boasting a solid 2.49 earned run average, will duel against Toronto's Kikuchi, who has a 4.18 ERA. Blanco holds an impressive 8-3 record, with the Astros winning 3 of his last 4 starts. Remarkably, he has allowed 1 or fewer runs in 3 of those outings. Conversely, the Blue Jays have lost the last 3 games started by Kikuchi. Additionally, Guerrero recently missed a couple of games due to a minor injury, and Varsho did not play in Tuesday's game. Houston has been on a tear, winning 10 of their last 12 games. In stark contrast, the Blue Jays have struggled mightily against teams with winning records, tallying a disappointing 26-37 mark against such clubs. Yusei Kikuchi, taking the mound for the Jays, has a history with Houston from his time in Seattle, and he hasn't fared well against them. The current Astros lineup is slashing .298, .406, and .667 against him over 84 at-bats, translating to a robust 1.073 OPS. Kikuchi's struggles continued in June, where he logged a 6.26 earned run average over 6 starts. Although the Astros almost staged a comeback in Tuesday's game, it's clear that the Blue Jays are not known for consistency. Blanco has been reliable for much of the season and even no-hit the Blue Jays earlier this year. It's puzzling to see the red-hot Astros at just -105 on the money line. Given these factors, the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. Kikuchi is slated to start for the Blue Jays, but his recent performances have been lackluster. Toronto has lost the last 3 games he started, with Kikuchi surrendering at least 4 runs in each of those outings. He hasn't pitched beyond the 5th inning in any of those games, including a brief 2-inning stint against Cleveland where he gave up 8 hits and 4 runs. While Blanco has performed better, he isn't a strikeout powerhouse, ranking only 46th in MLB strikeouts despite being in the rotation all season. This could provide opportunities for the Blue Jays to get runners on base and manufacture runs. Notably, the Blue Jays have gone over the projected total in 4 of their last 5 games, and the Astros have done so in 3 of their last 4. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. San Francisco Giants versus Atlanta Braves. On Wednesday night, the San Francisco Giants and the Atlanta Braves will face off in the second game of their 3-game series in Atlanta. The Giants are currently vying for position in the National League West Division, competing closely with the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres, while trailing behind the division-leading Los Angeles Dodgers. On the other hand, the Braves hold second place in the National League East this season and boast the best wildcard record in the National League. Chris Sale has been outstanding in his inaugural season with the Braves. He has already achieved 9 quality starts out of his first 15 outings this season, consistently keeping the Braves competitive with 10 wins in those 15 starts. Meanwhile, the Giants starter, Jordan Hicks, has had a challenging first season as a starter, holding a 4-4 record and often struggling to pitch beyond the 5th inning. In fact, Hicks has only managed to pitch 5 innings in 2 of his last 5 starts, with the Giants losing 3 of those games. The Braves bullpen is expected to be strengthened by the return of a Jay Minter, who is set to come off the injured list on Wednesday. With Sale's ability to pitch deep into games, he should be able to hand over the game to the back end of the bullpen to secure a victory. The San Francisco Giants have been one of the most unpredictable teams in baseball in 2024, and this series against the Braves is no different. The two teams have posted a 5-5 record over their last 10 head-to-head encounters, including a 2-2 mark in their last 4 meetings in Atlanta. Unfortunately for the Giants, Jordan Hicks has struggled recently, posting a 5.24 earned run average over his last 5 outings in June. In contrast, Chris Sale has continued to dominate with a 2.79 earned run average for the season. Given these statistics, the Braves are likely to even up the series, making the Atlanta Braves money line our full game side pick. When examining the pitching matchup between Hicks and Sale, it's clear that this duel will be a highlight of the series. This rivalry often features close, low-scoring games, as evidenced by the under coming in at 6 to 3 to 1 in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. With the Giants, the under has hit 2 to 7 to 1 in their last 10 games overall, with the team averaging just over 4 runs per game, excluding a single 10-run outburst. Similarly, the Braves have seen the under come in at 7 to 2 to 1 in their last 10 games, allowing an average of just 3.1 runs per game during that span. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia Phillies versus Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs have hit a rough patch recently, losing Game 1 of their National League Series against the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies, on the other hand, have been on an upswing, securing 2 consecutive wins. The Phillies' victory in Game 1 marks their 2nd consecutive win, and they have triumphed in 3 of their last 4 games. With a 7-3 record over the past 10 games, they boast the best record in baseball. Sitting comfortably atop the National League East, they hold a 9-game lead over the second-place Atlanta Braves. In contrast, the Cubs have struggled, losing 2 consecutive games and managing only 3 wins in their last 11 outings. Their overall record stands at 39-47, placing them 8 games below .500 and in the last position in the National League Central, trailing the division leaders by 12 games. In Game 1 of this series, the Cubs suffered another defeat, continuing their dismal performance with only 3 victories in their last 11 games. Meanwhile, the Phillies, with a strong 7-3 record in their last 10 games, hold the best record in the majors. Phillies pitcher Wheeler, who allowed 3 runs in his most recent start, has given up more than 2 runs in just one of his last 7 appearances. Facing a Cubs team that has averaged only 2.9 runs over their last 9 games and ranks 20th in runs scored, Wheeler is likely to have another strong performance. On the flip side, Imanaga allowed 3 runs in his last outing and 10 in the one before. After a series of solid performances, he has struggled, giving up at least 5 runs in 3 of his last 6 starts. Even with a short-handed lineup, the Phillies should be able to score a few runs against him. Despite being a fan of Imanaga for much of the season, I doubt the Cubs can provide the necessary run support to back him against Wheeler. The Phillies, though missing key players like Harper and Schwarber, still have plenty of power in their lineup. Thus, the Philadelphia Phillies money line is our full game side pick. The total score went over in Game 1 of this series. Wheeler has been reliable this season, with a strong performance in his last game and conceding more than 2 runs only once in his last 8 starts. The Cubs have struggled offensively, ranking 20th in runs scored and likely to face difficulties scoring in this game. While the Phillies will manage to score some runs off Imanaga, who has been inconsistent recently, the game is unlikely to be a high-scoring affair. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.